Most people end their story too soon. They hit a heartbreak, a setback, a failure, and they put a period where God only meant to place a comma. Life has commas, pauses, delays, seasons that make you question everything. But a comma doesn't mean it's over. It means take a breath and keep going. See, in Acts 3:15, Peter said something that changes everything. You killed the author of life. And then right there's a comma, a pause, a breath, because that's not the end of the sentence. He didn't stop at you killed the author of life. He kept going. And the next two words flipped the story. But God. Those two words are the reason you're still standing. The reason your story isn't finished.
Peter wasn't perfect. He was the one who denied Jesus 3 times, the one who cussed when things got hard. But grace doesn't wait for perfection. It meets you in your failure and writes a new sentence. That's why Peter could stand and preach about forgiveness, because he lived it. And maybe that's you. You've paused, you've stumbled, you've been in that waiting season where nothing makes sense. You've thought, maybe this is it, maybe this is the end. But that comma you're living in, it's not the end of your story. It's the space where God does His best work. Every time Scripture says, but God, something impossible turns around. Joseph was betrayed, but God raised him up. David was hunted, but God protected him. Paul was imprisoned, but God set him free. And you might be tired, broken, unsure of what comes next, but God is still writing.
That's the thing about divine grammar. God never ends a story He hasn't finished redeeming. So don't let pain write your punctuation. Don't let fear dictate your ending. Don't stop at the comma. Because the same God who resurrected what was dead in Peter's life is ready to resurrect something in yours. So if you're standing in the middle of confusion, if you're facing the pause between the promise and the payoff, remember this. Your sentence isn't over. Your story isn't done. Take a breath, lift your head, and whisper the words that change everything, but God. Because when He steps in, what looked final becomes the beginning of something new. The comma becomes your comeback, and the pause becomes your proof that God isn't finished with you yet. You got this!